allow me to begin by asking you this question. Um, how would you describe in one word your teaching journey if you're a teacher in the last 2 to 3 or 4 years? And if you are a leader, how would you describe your leadership journey? Can you can type your answer in the chat box? How would you describe your teaching journey? Challenging but fulfilling. Challenging. Mm-hmm. It's been full of challenges. Roller coaster. Fun. Inspiring. Wow. Rewarding. Exciting. All right. So, opportunity. All right. It's great to see your responses. And one word actually dominates your responses, and that is the term challenging. And I understand, we all do understand. I am also a classroom teacher. Even though I am a coordinator, I regularly teach one class. And for me, that is a breather. No, indeed, it's very challenging. Also very challenging to be a leader nowadays. It has never been as challenging as this last 3 to 4 years, which shifts from on-site, online learning, hybrid learning, and back to on-site again. So definitely, these shifts are really difficult, right? And with these changes also come the rapid change in technology, especially the different social media platforms, generative AI, and YouTube. Yes, because we know that students can easily access school content presented in more engaging and dynamic ways via YouTube. And competing with these platforms is definitely a daunting task for all of us. I don't even know if we can compete with YouTube. Even we ourselves get glued to YouTube during our unguarded moments, during our free time, right, teachers? And so sometimes we are really put in a very difficult situation thinking of how else can we make our students or our class more engaging, and how can we encourage our students to come to school. And these changes have gradually shaped and influenced our students' learning style and learning preferences. Thus, they continue to let become bored inside the classroom when the teacher has does not have much energy, or when they are not engaged. And more than ever, it is also our school's goal to bring the students or the school relevant to our students' experiences. And so we want to keep them engaged, and we want to make them feel that coming to school is truly worthwhile. So just like you, our goal is to make lessons relevant, make school truly worthwhile for our students. Specifically, we wanted to reach out to every child in the classroom, meet our students where they are, and provide them with a resource that is both flexible and reliable. But we know that these goals are not easy to achieve. We cannot achieve these goals alone. Am I right, dear teachers? It's not easy to put them together and to ensure that our class is engaging as the ones they see in YouTube. Okay? And that is why we need a platform that will support learning, and that a platform that is personalized, something that they can utilize anywhere and anytime. And meeting our students where they are means providing them differentiated instruction and providing them personalized learning. But we know that this is not easy to do, right? In fact, when we hear the term differentiation, it means work on the part of the teachers. Am I right, teachers? Sometimes when we hear the term differentiated instruction, parang we start to question why did we choose to become a teacher? Because it's not really easy to do. And more so when we hear the term personalized learning. We know that curating materials for differentiation is not easy. No? As much as we strive to cater to the individual needs of each student, there are limitations to what we can do as teachers, right? And that is why leveraging technology is very important. Teachers are always busy. We are busy people. We get um we get questions from our students like 24/7. Sometimes there are students who will ask questions at the wee hours or maybe 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. That's why sometimes I tell my students I cannot answer your queries. If you send it to me very late, I'll be able to probably see it, but I'll get to respond the next morning, right? But sometimes I also try my best to answer because I also get their point where, for example, they really work very late and then that's the only time that they have to work on their project and they suddenly come across a stumbling block, a question that prevents them from proceeding. And my heart as a teacher would just, I try to visualize where my student is at that moment. Then I realize, oh my God, this child cannot proceed without me answering the question. So that's our life as a BC teacher. And so leveraging technology is the only way that will help work much easier for all of us, right? It makes our work more sustainable. While the needs of our students uh, remain at the forefront of our goals, we also know that we shouldn't lose sight of the needs of our teachers so that we can better support them and make work a little less easier, a little less easy for them. Okay? So considering the needs of our students and considering the needs of our teachers, we have found a reliable partner in my own. The platform strongly supports differentiation because it is personalized and it helps us achieve our goal of providing our students a different kind of reading experience. Most of importantly, it is easy to navigate. It doesn't require so much teacher's intervention. In fact, you can just look at the platform and you can visit it once in a while. So it's easy to monitor and that's why it becomes a teacher's dependable ally. Okay? So how does MyOn exactly support our program? How does it support our goals? Okay. First and foremost, MyOn serves as our online library resource. Okay. While we have a rich collection of print materials in our library, like we buy a lot of books every year, we ensure that the books are new and they are very colorful and that they have really a comfortable place in school where they can read. MyOn is a valuable alternative for them because imagine the life of a student. They come to school probably at 7 o'clock in the morning and then they can visit the library probably for 30 minutes in the morning. And then during their lunchtime, probably they can come to the library for 30 minutes too. And after class, they can stay in the library probably 30 minutes to 1 hour, depending on their situation. So in a day, that's probably just 1 or 1.5 hours. But you see, providing them an online library resource makes reading borderless. Okay? That means that we are not shortchanging our students because they can access the platform anytime, anywhere. Okay? When they reach home, they can read as much as they want. Okay? They can access it in their most convenient time. This allows us to strike a balance between the use of print and non-print resources in school. Although part of us wants to limit their screen time, we also acknowledge the fact that this is their future. And so depriving them of this tool, of this digital platform, is like a disservice to them. Besides, this is their world, and we cannot move backwards. So we use it as an online library resource. Mayon has definitely numerous features, but one that we intend to utilize this term is its ability to record student read alouds because it directly supports our read aloud program. Usually, we ask our students to, or the teacher assigns reading materials to our students and they read it together with their parents at home. And then their parents try to evaluate the reading using a rubric. But with recorded read aloud, the teacher can exactly hear how the student read and so that the teacher can also easily also think of ways to improve the reading. So this way, we can better monitor the program. So this, and we are also able to develop their fluency better. So we use it to track student fluency rates. We also conduct our home reading report and summer reading program via my instead of asking our students to use the printed books once a term, we do our home reading report in the platform. That is, we assign reading materials to the students, or they may also choose whatever they like. And then we create an assignment. We ask them to create a summary or a reflection, a recommendation, or any writing task that they can do. We can ask them, or you can ask them to do it in a form of a graphic organizer similar to this, or a simple written paragraph. Okay, so we do this in my own. This is an example of their answers, and we are happy to find out that they are also able to generate more ideas, more sentences when they use the platform. Okay, that is our observation. And it becomes more efficient because the students can turn in their work anytime and they can also do the task anytime during their free time. Okay, if they have questions, they just simply send question to their teachers. So it's very efficient on our part. So being you see, this is the example of the reflection. You can set how many words they can go. And just recently in my class, just last week, this is my assigned project to my students where they can do the home reading report in my own. So I have there the book selections, or they can also choose if they want. You can also track the overall progress of the students. You can see how many have started. You can see how many finished in reading. Okay, so being able to conduct a read aloud, home reading report, and summer reading program through Mayon has been a great advantage to us. It has allowed our programs to continue even during class disruptions and has proven especially helpful during students' prolonged absences. Isn't it, dear teachers and educators, leaders, that many of our students love to travel? Many parents plan travel experiences even though it's not a holiday or even though it's not vacation. So when a child is absent for a long period of time, it's difficult to reach the child. But having a platform like this enables us to, or provides, we are able to provide the students an opportunity to work on their task wherever they are. And they can turn in their projects wherever they are. Okay? So being absent in class becomes less a problem to them. Turning in their project is not difficult because there is an alternative. Okay? And you can also, other subject areas can also use the platform, as there are also books that are about science, about math, not only about It's not only English teachers who can use the platform. Okay. So we know how valuable data is in this century, right? They say that data is the oil of the next century. And we know that these data would help us a lot in providing insights about our students and knowing where they are as far as their proficiency level is concerned. What's good about data is it provides us pattern of behavior, right? Have you experienced or have you come across a teacher or a parent who has questioned your credibility as teachers? Sige nga po, pakitype nga po sa chat box. Have you come across parents who have questioned your credibility as a teacher? And would usually would usually say, oh, the only reason why my child got low in reading is because that teacher really is stingy. She really does not give good grades. I think my child deserves more than this grade. Sige nga po, can I see? Yes po, yes po. Okay, sige. So, and what did you do? The moment you, the moment that parent reached out to you and somehow implying that you are wrong in your judgment, how do you respond to those kinds of parents? Sige nga po. Most of you said yes, yes, yes. Okay po. So how do you respond when you have parents who are like that? It's difficult, right? No? It's difficult to respond to difficult parents. Okay? Parents who would question your credibility as a teacher. And let me see. Present concrete evidence, sabi ni Sir Noel. Yeah, exactly. We present concrete evidence. And one of the evidences that we can show are the data that we generate in our class. But it would be even more convincing if the data would be coming from a platform like this, no? Because it supports our personal observation. Okay? So it is great that the platform provides us rich data source. It allows us to validate our results, inform instruction, and serve a strong basis in designing tailored intervention and extension paths. Okay, let me just read some of the answers. They ask how often they do follow performance of their children, call for conference and ask exactly which activities is pertaining to and how I can help to enlighten them. Thank you so much for those responses. Yeah, those are really important and good responses, no? So we respond depending on the situation, but like what I said, providing the evidences, showing them data would be most convincing. Kasi po, yung data, hindi na natin mapapasubalian, no? We cannot change it. Okay? So, before I became, or when I was starting as a coordinator in our school, because it is, most of the parents are powerful. See, uh, I really look for a platform, where there is an embedded reading program so that we can really validate our own results. And luckily, Myon came, and Myon has been supporting us as far as data is concerned for how many years already. So we get to design intervention classes, or we get to design remedial classes. We can assign more books to students who need more, and we can assign more other high-level books to students who are bright. Okay, and you will be surprised also at how far your students can achieve as far as reading is concerned with Myon. When you check their profile, you can see who are the students who really are far beyond the expectation, have gone beyond your expectation as far as reading is concerned. Okay, so these are the different data that you can get from MyOn. You can print them. There are more in the platform if you try to explore it. And like what I said, it has helped us a lot. So allow me to also share my story as a parent. When my daughter was in grade school, she used MyOn for many years. And as a parent, I always encourage her to read. We all do want our children to become readers, right? Because we know that reading is a tool subject. It's a tool to learn other subject areas like math, science, and those that are in English. And she genuinely loved to read. She goes to the library from time to time, and I also buy her books once in a while. But when I introduced her to my own, or when she was introduced to my own, she was so overwhelmed and she was so happy to have a lot of other books available out there. And she did not only enjoy reading, but my own has also challenged her thinking because of the book quizzes that she has to complete. The difference with other platforms, okay, because my own has book quizzes, the students can be challenged and their reading comprehension will really be harnessed. And as they always answer different book quizzes, their reading comprehension improves and their star reading score also improves, which gives them a great sense of fulfillment. As a result, they have their growth in reading becomes steady, they continually improve, and the habit of reading is really established in them. So you can see benchmark assessments and quizzes, and every time my daughter comes across a difficult word, uh, she can look it up there because there is spelling feature, there are stick notes, built-in tools that she can use. So when she comes across a difficult word, she doesn't need me anymore. It's embedded program, which makes her reading experience even more interactive and enriching. And she started to become independent too. Well, what even better is I don't have to buy her hardbound books because she only needs a strong internet connection. And we know how far our students can achieve when they are well supported and when they are given a resource. Try to imagine yourselves or when you were young, especially those who are probably in their 40s or 50s here, and how you were when you were young. Before we were just playing. We know very little, but look at the children now. Even though as young as 7 or 8 years old, they know a lot. They know a lot about history. They know a lot of information because of the different resources and tools provided to them. And so, it's difficult to compare how they are, how we were from how they are now. Definitely incomparable because right now the information is at their fingertips. More so if we provide them reliable tools and digital platforms such as this. Okay, very interactive. There is also an audio support. So sometimes I try to disconnect those audio support for my students just to test or to give them an opportunity to be more patient reading really the text. No, you can do that. You have a control over that. So see, success is a big word. Definitely the platform has improved our students' reading ability. But of course, we also encounter stumbling blocks. Uh, but because it is online, it continues to it is continuous. It never stops. That's the advantage. So whether we have classes or not, if our time is full in school is very limited, then they continue to work at home. Well, if you say that, uh, the, if you ask about the issue of academic integrity, I don't find it an issue in digital platforms like this. Some would probably say, oh, they are helped by their parents when answering the book quizzes, or probably the parents are helping them in doing the starter test, and that is why they they have good scores. But I do not believe that because the platform has its own algorithm that can track students' progress. So it can see patterns in the students' work. So if somebody helped you in doing the book quiz on the first book quiz and in the second book quiz that you answer, they can track whether you are consistent or not. So definitely, the issue of academic integrity is not uh, a concern for me because the platform can detect biases, and so they can see if the result is accurate. Okay, it brings you back to where you really should belong. So as I was saying, um, success is a big word. We have definitely succeeded. There are many stumbling blocks that we encounter along the way, but we have the support. There is a team that will support you, that will answer your queries. But as reading the comments of our students like this, they would say, I love my own since I can enjoy reading while interacting with the story. They would say, I found my own service helpful because I get to read books that match my reading level. I also found it helpful because when I have no books to read at home, I read in my own, which is good. And uh, these comments from our students show the impact my own had on their learning journey. Okay, so especially students, the not classroom, sometimes they feel bad when they are not able to answer their teacher's questions after reading. But in my own, they get that sense, the great sense of fulfillment because it's personalized. Okay, nobody looks at their work except probably the teacher, right? And they can also choose the book that they want without nobody judging them. No, so they work according to their own pace. They and one of the students say, my I love my own because my own inspired me with a lot of books, which is really true, right? So, and we don't also get a good results or feedback from our students. A lot of parents would also send us emails and uh, showing their commendations about the platform. Okay, so we know, is it worth it? Pushing for a reading program, a digital reading platform such as my own? Certainly, because reading is a lifelong tool for learning. We know that it is a tool to understand science. It is a tool to understand math. That's why when you see a student not good in math or science, you begin to ask also, can that child read? Can that child comprehend? Probably not, right? So if that is the case, then you have to address first the student's reading skill and find out his or her weakness. Certainly, it leads to personal growth, leading to intellectual development, eventually success. I have observed also that those our students who are good in reading are also the good writers. And we know how the demand of writing is in high school and in college because of research, right? So most of our students who succeed and thrive in high school are the readers. So we really need to bring reading closer to our students' heart and think of ways, programs that will help develop our students. Okay? So with that, I'd like to say that the first thing the first step in teaching students to innovate is making sure that educators have opportunities to become innovators themselves. This morning, and Dr. Marshall also uh, are encouraging all of us to embrace technology. And with it comes the value or getting acquiring the mindset that we all have to become innovators. But we cannot uh, teach students to innovate if we ourselves do not have the innovators mindset. And for our leaders who are here today, um, our young teachers have live in this era where innovation, technology have rapidly improved. And so, if we do not give them the platform to be able to become innovators themselves, then they will not be able to move forward. And probably we can start by adopting a digital platform such as this so that they uh, develop develop in their students the value of reading, and in the end they can think of ways to innovate too. So uh, as as to end, I'd like to say that our journey with my aunt has been a successful one, and I hope that you too would embark in the same journey so that you can bring your students' reading skills to the next level. And who knows, maybe one day we can together improve our rating in the next test. So, without dear teachers, dear school leaders, thank you so much. And I hope you have been inspired by our story. So, you too can have the same story as ours. Thank you so much.